All right, people. Welcome, welcome. We're live on YouTube, and it is nice and cold here in San Antonio. About damn time. It's actually that freezing cold. Nice and breezy, just what we've been waiting for. But welcome everybody. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I did. It was all right. But you're not here to listen to me talk about Thanksgiving. You're here to listen to us talk about this city's national treasure, which is the Spurs, people. The San Antonio Spurs. And this is episode 2. We haven't done this in a month. Episode 1 was literally last month. But
Yeah.
I'll have my guy here to fill you in what's been going on. But welcome to another episode of Meadow Drive Hoops. I am Drew, and with me here as always,
Tony.
Tony.
Yes, sir.
You had a nice little long trip out of the country. I don't know if you want to tell the good people about it.
Oh, nothing too much, man. Just was up in Asia just for about a month, just to get away from San Antonio for a little bit. So I had a good time out there and ate some great food.
Nice. What kind of food is up over there?
So in Japan they had yakitori. They had like some chicken skewers, and then in Korea, Korean barbecue, and my favorite plate dish is called the kalbi, which is cheese, chicken, and ramyun noodles.
Fuck, that sounds good.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man, I want that. I just ate right now, and thinking about noodles just makes me hungry. I don't know. I love ramen.
Yeah.
I love going to those ramen places. The only thing is they're expensive as hell, dude.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, so you got back the week of Thanksgiving.
Yes, I got back the 25th, which was Tuesday. So I've been here for a few days. My time clock is off. I actually slept from like 12 to 3 today, and I am backwards, so I gotta fix my clock, my time clock. So I don't know. It's gonna take about a week.
You usually leave the country pretty frequently. Does it ever like, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it does, but does it ever like throw you off when you have to like readjust the time schedule whenever you're coming back or going to?
Yes, that's what I'm going through right now, man. It is, and it usually takes me about a week, 2 weeks, because I'm living as if I'm over there, and my body just has to get used to it. I heard all you have to do is get in the sunlight a few days, and then your body will adjust.
Yeah, sounds like it. But did you actually do anything like on Thanksgiving?
No, I actually stayed at the house, man. Most of my family's not here right now, so and my sister, the one I usually go out to for Thanksgiving and Christmas, she went to Louisiana, so I actually here at the house and just chilling.
Right. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
it was kind of just another day, essentially. I mean, granted, we ate a lot of food. We ate at the house first, and then we went to her brother's for the actual, like, well, I guess not actual, but like I guess we had 2 Thanksgivings. That's the best way to put it. We went over there to watch the Cowboys game, and that's really about it.
Did you go to your parents?
No,
Yeah. All right, we'll save that story for another day.
for another podcast. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, Thanksgiving happened, and then yesterday I was at a Friendsgiving that they'd been planning for a while, and I went there, and as you can tell on social media, I was a little inebriated. Is the best way to put it. I mean, for anyone listening, don't ever try to drink bourbon with scotch.
Oh wow.
But yeah, luckily I slept it off, but I had to call into work today because I was still feeling the effects.
I didn't know you worked on Sundays.
I'm sorry, what?
I didn't know you worked on Sundays.
Yeah, I work Sundays. I'm off Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, okay.
But SAPD is off weekends. We're not off weekends, unfortunately. We're essential. But anyways, so yeah, we got those. We got that out of the way. So I don't know if you want to get the main stuff started, or do you want to wait for your friend?
Oh, let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. He said he'll be here in 10 minutes, so we'll just go ahead and get it started, and he'll cut in.
All right. What's your friend's name?
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers. There you go.
Yeah.
Sounds killer. But yeah, so where were we last time? So we talked about this. I mean, we always talk about the Spurs on this show, but as you can tell, we have some new artwork for the show. If you're watching on YouTube, or eventually if you will be listening on any other audio platforms like Spotify or Spreaker. A lot's new with not just that, but also the team. The city of San Antonio also got approved for a new stadium or an arena for the Spurs. Was it Project Marvel? I think that's what it's called.
Yes.
All right. So I mean, it's a good thing. I don't know shit about when it comes to like politics or anything like that, but I know Justin from Spy Master T's on the experience. He was very like adamant of like, this needs to go through because A, B, C, and D. He can explain it a lot better than I can.
Yeah.
But there was a strong possibility that the city of San Antonio could lose the Spurs, and luckily that's not the case. So yeah, the city will be getting a new arena. I don't know if you have any thoughts about that.
Oh no, well we're lucky we got Wemby because we would have been going to Austin. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, you're right. Very true. Wemby to me has become more box office than Tim was.
Yeah.
As great as Tim was, and Tim is great, Tim still is considered boring to a lot of people. Like, he didn't have that superstar appeal that a Wemby would have, because Wemby's 7'6" and kind of run the floor like a guard and shoot threes and do all this other shit. Tim was just very like, off the glass shot, fade away, block shots, rebounds. So nothing sexy.
Back you down.
Yeah. But got the City 5 championships for being boring. So we're not complaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy about the new arena. And Wemby definitely does help. Another guy who definitely does help is De'Aaron Fox, who's been doing a lot of the heavy loading, and Wemby's absence, also Stephen Castle's absence. Their last game was the game against the Warriors, and I forget the date, but I just know after that game, apparently Stephen Castle had like a pelvic injury or something.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Wemby, it was said that that he had a strained, like his left calf was strained. So they're getting.
I want to say something about that.
Go ahead.
I want to say something. I didn't see that injury. That's one of the things that I had an issue with. Like, I'm not saying he's not injured, but I didn't see it. I didn't see him like grab on anything during the game. I didn't see him hobble. As soon as the game was over, I hear a report comes out that he has a calf strain. I'm just like, when did that happen?
I mean, it is weird because I didn't get, like, I agree with you. Like, I didn't get the impression that he was actually hurt or even like hobbling or anything. But I don't know. Like, we know how our body is. Like, if we think something was wrong, maybe something was wrong and he wasn't selling it. Like, he was just trying to keep a strong face on, but or a strong front. I mean. So again, I don't know, but the league's different, because back in the day it was always like, rub some dirt on it and go out there and play, blah, blah, blah. Nowadays, I mean, yeah, they kind of overdo it with the, what do you call it, load management, which I think is dumb as fuck. But I do think if obviously you're hurt, and for Wemby is the franchise. He's the face of the team. I mean, he might even be the face of the league pretty soon. The team wants to take special precautions and just make sure that he's 100 and not dealing with something that could come back to bite him in the ass soon.
I honestly think that he could actually strap up and go right now. I actually think he is ready to go. I just think our medical team, our medical staff, is holding him back a week or two more. So, like you said, as a precaution. But I mean, I know it's bad, but I'm not the old school mindset, man. I mean, if you're ready to go, let's get it going. Because I mean, these guys, Wimby's like 21, man. So I remember playing basketball, down, at right down the street at Jason's house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we roll an ankle or something like that, and I mean, we will, sit out for like 5 or 10 minutes, but we're ready to go, man, because we're young. I could understand if he was like in his 30s, like, our age and stuff like that. Hey, man, sit down, dude. You're old. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take you some skill. But these guys are young, whippersnappers, wet behind the ear, breath smelling like Similac. And, it doesn't really take those dudes too long to heal back up because of their age. So I think he's actually ready to go. But, our medical staff wants to hold him hostage.
I don't know about hold him hostage. He's the franchise. They want to they want to look after him with kid gloves as much as possible. And sometimes, it's frustrating. But I don't know. Again, yeah. I don't know what's going on, so I can't really speculate on it too much. It's one of those things of like I would love to see him out there. Obviously, I want to see Castle out there. I want to see the whole team out there. Because Harper just came back. Cornette's doing good. Olenek's doing good, but they're not Wemby. Because go ahead.
Cornette's doing awesome, man. Cornette is playing. He's a really, really good defender. Really good defender. I think he's a little underrated when it comes to that category, but no, he does play defense. In that Denver game, it was, a culmination of Cornette, Sohan, and Carter Bryant on the defensive intensity to stop Jokic. That game, I don't know if you want to pinpoint or get into that a little bit later, but that game was probably our best game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we can probably get into that right now. So let me just pull up the box score real quick.
Okay.
All right. San Antonio Spurs. Yeah, so the Nuggets. So this was on Friday, Black Friday, actually. And this is a game that I'm like, okay, they're on the road. They're playing against the Nuggets team. They're they're one of the elite teams, in the West and also the league. And they're a team that, I mean, they were also missing a player. They're missing Aaron Gordon, but even without Aaron Gordon, they're still a pretty good, pretty tough team. And earlier in the game, it looked like it was kind of even keeled, but then was it the third quarter? Yeah, the third quarter was when the Nuggets just went off and just took on this big lead, and they were up by as much as 18. And Jamal Murray was just killing it. Cam Johnson was, hitting some big shots. Jokic was kind of had an off night. He had 21. I mean, well, he still had close to a triple-double, but it didn't really feel like a Jokic kind of game. It just felt like, oh, he just got a triple-double, yay. Nothing like too spectacular, as opposed to how we've been seeing him play. But, Cam Johnson had 28, Murray had 37, Watson had 15. But then the fourth quarter happened, and the Spurs just put their foot on the gas and just didn't let go. Vassell. Okay, so I mentioned before, I don't know if this was last week, I just know I mentioned it to you in a chat where I said I was going to have a hot take on Vassell.
Yeah. Yeah, what was that take? Because I got something to say about Vassell too. But before we get into that, man, what an epic game. What an epic game from Vassell. He is a firecracker, and I've been holding this in. I've been wanting a nickname for him. My new nickname for him, he's called the Flamethrower.
Ah, okay. I like it, the Flamethrower.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he went off. He had 35 points, 7 for 9 from threes. He was 2 shy of his career high for 37 points. He could have easily gotten, surpassed that. But he was just killing it. Like, he was knocking down every shot he looked at, especially, at the end of the stretch. Cornette had 12 and 6. Champagny, that's another guy I think kind of gets slept on when we're talking about this team. He had 25. Barnes had 10. Fox kind of had an off night, 15 and 12. Johnson had 14 off the bench. Harper had 11. So, but Vassell, Mr. Vassell, I owe you an apology. Because my mindset going into this game was Vassell's good, but I think they can easily trade up on him.
Wow, that was your hot take?
That was my hot take. Because before that, I was thinking maybe they should trade Keldon. But Keldon's been having a pretty good year off the bench. I'm like, okay, he provides a lot of energy off the bench. And I'm just looking at everybody here, and then like Sohan, I'm like, I can take him or leave him. More so leave him. Vassell, I'm like, I don't know, something about Vassell's off sometimes. Again, good wingman, good scorer, but I don't know. Like, Fox seems to be the guy that you want to put the ball in his hands. Obviously, Wemby. And in some ways, Vassell kind of holds Wemby back. But he stepped up on Friday. When Fox was having a bad game, when Barnes was kind of and also what's his name? Well, I can't really put too much on Harper because he's a rookie, but Vassell stepped his game up and he carried that team on his back. Down by 18 points. In a big win in Denver, and also for the NBA Cup. So they're in the quarterfinals or the semifinals.
Yeah. So my take on Vassell, I think he struggles with wanting to. I'm not saying this is, but I think he struggles with wanting to be the number one option.
Yeah.
So he wants to score like when he has the ball, and that's his role on our team. He's a scorer. We need him to put buckets up, and he's probably our best 3-point shooter. Between him and Champagny. But they always shoot around 40% every year from the three. So, he's a deadly sniper. So I think he struggles a little bit with that because his role in over the past couple years, 2 to 3 years, it called for him. Well, before Wemby came, it called for him to be the first option. So I think he still struggles with that. And, he's leaning more into his second option role very, very well. And, that last game, he reminds me a little bit of a JR Swish. He's hot, he's cold. And, if you get him hot, he's a flamethrower. But if he's cold, you just might as well go ahead and sit him on the bench. So, but I want to get into what you said in earlier. I want to piggyback off of Keldon. Man, Keldon's role, man, he had a star role in the past because he was our best player a few years ago, like 5 years ago. He was our star player. He was our number one option. Mm-hmm. So to go to that, to then come and, hey, Keldon, we need you to come off the bench and be kind of like a Westbrook energy type of player, because I feel like that's what he has. He has Westbrook energy. He gets in there, he rebounds like Westbrook. And he's just intensity. Like every time he scores off of a dunk, you can just see that fire in his eyes. And we need that. We need somebody like that, a spark plug, and that's what he does. And he's a leader on the team. He's a leader on the team. He's the eldest, or one of the oldest, if not the oldest, and he has a gold medal. So people on our team have something to look up to. But man, Keldon, he's a rebounding guard that plays big in the post, out rebounding Jokic. Man, I don't know if you saw some of those rebounds in that Denver Nuggets game, man. He was power rebounding. It's like, dude, he's like 6'5", and he's in there just battling with the bigs, getting rebounds, laying up. I love Keldon when he gets the ball and dribbles down the court because he's looking to attack. Because a lot of our dudes are just looking to shoot the threes. Harrison Barnes, Vassell, Champagny, they're just looking to pull up and shoot a three. This guy puts his head down, and goes to the cup. That's what I like about him. He's not trying to shoot threes all day.
No, I agree. Like I like how explosive he is. I'm looking at his career stats right now. Yeah, he got here in 2019, 2020. That's when the Spurs stopped going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But like, I remember when the Spurs drafted him. This sticks out of my head. Like Kevin Garnett was watching like a draft combine, or how do you say draft combine video about him, and this is when he was in high school. And Durant was like putting his shit over, and Durant, for whatever you want to say about him, like he really does respect the game, and he keeps his eye on players, and like he was saying about Keldon, I'm like, where he was like, whoever drafts this dude is gonna be lucky, and then not too long after that, the Spurs draft him. And I remember that year specifically, like he wasn't playing a whole lot, in the season, and then whenever the what the fuck is it called? COVID happened. Lockdown. When they started playing in like the bubble arenas, and I think it was like Florida or something. That he like in like the last few games of the season, he started going off. Like he started putting some big numbers, and yeah, like his starter numbers like went up, like because it went up from like 9 points a game, 12 points a game, 17 points a game, 22 points a game.
Yeah. People forget that he averaged 22 points per game. He was a number one option on our team for a while. He did that.
Yeah, and then Pop, was just asked him straight up, like, would you be willing to come off the bench? And Keldon was like, yeah, sure. So, like, how many starters, have that mentality of, like, I'll do whatever it takes to help the team, even if it means coming off the bench. So, hats off to Keldon. I love the kid. 6'5" and can out rebound someone like a Jokic, who's much bigger, not just as in height, but like body mass. So I love Keldon. I also gotta say Dylan Harper, like he plays with a lot of confidence driving to the rim. He just does like the basic shit of just like, I'm gonna drive to the rim and lay it up. And I've been wrong about him. I didn't give him a chance like I should have. Yeah, he's been playing great. He's been great for this team. I was kind of bummed out when he was out for a while, but like him being back definitely does help because it adds another playmaker on the team that's missing with Castle.
Man, and you can tell whenever we had just Fox a couple games ago, was the only playmaker on the floor, and then you would go to the bench, and then we would have Sohan, Champagny, Vassell, Barnes on the perimeter, and we didn't have any type of playmaking. It was bad. We sorely need all of these point guards. I'm just like, at this point, like if we ever have that many point guards down and we only have one, like Fox or whoever, it could just be Dylan Harper. I'm just saying, and then all like Castle and Fox are down. We need to start playing Jones Garcia. We got he's a floor general. I mean he's a scoring first point guard, but we need to play him. We need to he's a third string. No, if our point guards are down, that's what he's for. He proved himself in the summer league. He's a solid, viable option. Play him. And Mitch Johnson does have some coaching taps. I'm not gonna lie. I did like how on the last game when we were playing the Denver Nuggets, he actually called some plays. I don't know if you were actually calling plays, like running plays, down screens, roll-offs, pin downs. Like we were actually calling plays, and we were getting. It just wasn't, come down, pick and roll, shoot a three. And I think that's one of the reasons why we won that game, because we were actually showing some versatility.
No, I agree. I think I told you before, Mitch, where it's just like the guy's just going to grow during the season. This team, they're all going to grow together, during the season. Yeah. And it looks like in Wemby's absence, they're growing because, Fox was, doing all of the heavy lifting. And then the most recent game, it was Vassell. And then in the game before that, it was David Jones Garcia who had a pretty big game, and that's a guy where I'm just like, I want to see what he can do. And he had like 12 points and a few steals. So I like the fact that this team is learning to adapt without Wemby and Castle. And obviously when Castle and Wemby comes back, that's when they're gonna be at maximum strength, and that's when they're gonna really showcase. But go ahead.
Okay. Do you see how much depth we have on this team now, man? We have so much depth ever since we drafted, Dylan Harper, and then we got Olynyk and Cornette. I feel like our rotations be a lot more. I didn't realize how deep this team was until we started adding these, veteran pieces. And I have a.
Go ahead.
Do you think when he's back, do you think he should just come off the bench with Harper and just slot Vassell in, and then Fox, and then Barnes?
Who?
Do you think Castle should come off the bench?
No.
So,
I personally would rather have Barnes come off the bench and have Cornette as the power forward.
See, and yeah, because Barnes is not a power forward. He's never, ever, ever been a power forward in any light. No. And this is new age NBA. He's a small forward. He's a small forward. But for me, my lineup, I love Barnes, bro. Because Barnes, he'll sit corner and shoot threes all day. And he's a system player. You don't need to really for him. He can find his shot within the system or whatever's going on. He's a veteran, savvy player. I love him starting. So I would, my lineup would be basically Fox, Vassell, Barnes, Cornette, Wemby. I would love to have that. But Mitch Johnson doesn't like to play two bigs. But I mean, he's played it a little bit down the stretch. He just got to know when to do it and when not to do it. If we're playing the Golden State Warriors, I would not want to. I don't feel comfortable having Cornette out there at the 4. I would rather have somebody like a Carter Bryant or a Sohan at the 4. You just got to go based off of matchups. Now if we're playing the OKC Thunder where they run two bigs like Chet Holmgren and Hartenstein, yes, I would like to see Cornette and Wemby play down the stretch. It's just all based off opponent matchups. But I agree with you, Cornette. The thing with me with Castle, I like him. He's great. I feel like sometimes he is ball dominant and he takes shots that I feel like De'Aaron Fox should take. He tries to set on roll. I'm just like, dude, let Fox do that. That's what he does. He's not a great shooter. So it kind of throws off rhythm. You got it.
Yeah, and he turns the ball over too much.
He's leading the league in turnovers.
I mean, the team in general turns the ball over too much, and it's not even just like turnovers. It's like it's stupid turnovers. It's like I'm gonna throw you a really hard and fast pass. It's like you literally just threw it to the other guy. Like there was a game against the Lakers where I think it was like Wemby or somebody. They were trying to throw an overhead pass, and it literally just went to Luka's hands. And I remember, I think Richard Jefferson was one of the announcers. And he's like, "What the hell was that?" That was bad. If this was Pop, you would already see Pop just like jumping and cussing on the bench.
Yeah.
Mitch Johnson, again, you there's not too many coaches who can be like that nowadays, but because not a lot of players can take that kind of coaching. But I don't know. Castle, I think, can only get better. But it's just the turnovers. It's what's killing us. Him being a ball dominant guard. In some ways, I agree. I think obviously Fox is the better scorer of the two. I think Stefan he's a decent scorer, but he's a much better defender. And he's also
it's not even close.
And I was gonna say he's a good playmaker. It's weird. He's a good playmaker, but he leads the league in turnovers. So it's just like, man, that's such a weird combo.
But oh my gosh, the connection between him and Cornette, oh my goodness, bro. Lobs and alley-oops all day. I don't know. He is an excellent alley-oop passer. Excellent. So I think that's where he gets a lot of his assists at, is just throwing those lobs. He has a gift, he has a talent from it. He might have learned it from Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul was in the lab with him last season, and he taught him how to, angle certain ways for the lob, but he has got that lob down with him That is special.
Yeah, I mean he's only going to get better to me. But yeah, I think he should start. Harper, I like him off the bench. For now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, for sure. But I think if you're talking basketball wise, I think Harper slots in a lot more smoothly than Castle just because he has a better jump shot. But he's not ready for that role yet.
No, agreed.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to be playing in about 45 minutes against the Timberwolves. They'll be in Minnesota. Timberwolves are currently 11-8, and I don't think they have any injuries at the moment. But that should be a fun game. They're also the Spurs are a part of the NBA Cup, so they'll be playing on December 10th against the Lakers. Lakers team that now has LeBron James back. Hopefully by that time Wemby can be back too, because that'd be a huge matchup. But
it would be nice if he could come back. I've said I don't think he's as hurt as everybody makes him out to be. I just make yourself available, dude. All right.
But should be fun. Should be a good matchup nonetheless. I know the last game they played against the Lakers, it was awfully close, but that was a fucking insane ending. The way that game ended, where was it like who I forgot his name, the guy from the Lakers, like he tried to throw the ball out, but he didn't have both feet behind the court, so they ended up giving the ball back to the Spurs, and they only had like a few seconds to make a shot, and then Keldon Johnson almost made a tip in to like send it to overtime. So that was an insane game. Let's see what else. Trying to think of some. I don't know. Do you have any like news? Any like rumors around the league that you wanted to talk about?
I think LeBron should come off the bench. That's my. I just feel obviously he's like the third or fourth option right now. Maybe Ayton might even be third, but I feel as if. I'm 41, man. You don't really want to feature somebody old. The dude's old, man, and I don't know when he plans to retire, but you can just tell he lost a step out there. I feel like he needs to try to blend in with Luka and Austin Reeves. They're not trying to fit into his plans anymore. So I just feel like if he runs it with the second unit, Dwayne had to come off the bench at one point. Russell Westbrook had to come off the bench. Carmelo had to come off the bench, and these dudes were in his drafts. I don't think it's like too far fetched to just be like, hey man, let these other young guys the first unit, and you can come off the bench, and you can have the whole second unit to yourself and close the game off. Finish the game off with the starting unit, but. I just feel like the team will do a lot better if he comes off the bench. He's willing to sacrifice that role and for the betterment of the team.
I can see where you're coming from, but I think the difference between LeBron and those other guys is that LeBron's been more consistent, and Dwayne Wade and Melo, they really did have a fall off in their career at a certain point. LeBron, I don't think has had a fall off. Because he still can go out there and get you like 20, 25 a night, and like easily get 8 to 9 rebounds. I will say one thing though. I think the Lakers have been preparing themselves for life after LeBron, because they're still the second best team in the West, and that's with Luka and who's the other dude, Reeves, and even DeAndre Ayton has been playing pretty good with the Lakers so far.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And LeBron being back is just like the cherry on top. But I will say I don't think LA necessarily needs him, per se. And it wouldn't surprise me if after this season LeBron either retires or just goes to another team.
He's not going to retire this year. He wants to do a farewell tour. He wants everybody to salivate over him every single game. he would already announce it this year. It's probably going to be next year because he wants that type of treatment. He's a prima donna.
Yeah, true. So yeah, I'm gonna bring up my hot take about LeBron. You kind of inspired me to do something.
Okay.
I never got the comparison with him and Jordan. I never understood it. I mean, the only thing I got from it was they both wear number 23. And
I wonder why 23.
Yeah, because of Michael Jordan. It never really made sense to me because they're both very different players and they both come from different backgrounds. And with LeBron James, he had all this like hype and like fanfare around him, and to his credit, he lived up to the hype. He also, surpassed the hype, and again, like, I'd be an idiot if I didn't say that he didn't live up to the hype. So he did. But that was already kind of, I guess, preordained for him. Whereas Michael, when Michael was in North Carolina, he was just known as a very, very, very good player. He never had this kind of like fanfare around him that LeBron had as being the great one, the next big thing, King Jordan. He was just, skinny Michael Jordan from North Carolina. And, there was a lot of talk that the coach of the Tar Heels was kind of holding Michael Jordan back in some ways. So, when he got drafted by the Bulls, Rod Thorne, who was the owner of the Bulls, had pretty much said, he's good, but I wish he were 7'1". Like, he said that out loud. And because nobody looked at a 6'6" guard as being the face of a franchise, let alone the face of a league. And look what happened. So, and they're also just two very different players. Like LeBron's 6'9", and he's the size of a linebacker, and he can play all 5 positions. Jordan is 6'6". But yeah, I think your friend's here. What's up, man?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, but man, welcome to the show. Tell everybody about yourself.
I'm a lifelong Spurs fan from San Antonio. Favorite player, probably either Dr. J or Manu Ginobili.
Nice, good choice.
Ginobili.
So we kind of covered a lot of Spurs talk right before you got in, but
you're good.
Overall, let's let you say your piece. Overall, like, how do you feel about the team this year, as a whole? Wemby, Devin Vassell, Fox, Harper. Just like, what do you think?
I think the team is all around good. They just need to build chemistry.
Right.
The coaching is questionable, though. I'm still iffy on the coaching. Like, there's some things I like about Mitch, but then there's some things that I'm not so sure about with him. But he is definitely a defensive coach, especially, except for perimeter defense. I think that's where he kind of struggles.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Go ahead.
No, I just said agreed.
Yeah, that's another thing is that the team needs to improve defending the 3-point shot. Keep talking. I gotta go take care of something real quick.
Yeah, it seems like every game they're putting extra pressure from using the perimeter defenders. They put extra pressure on people in the paint, which I don't mind, but then that ends up leaving the perimeter open pretty often. And so a lot of teams we're in a 3-point dominated league, so every team is going to take advantage of that. And they have.
I've been seeing that a lot lately, man, and I saw it more so in this Denver game. I see a lot of leaving these 3-point shooters open. I don't get it. Like, they suck into the paint so much, and they leave a 3-point shooter open. It's like, and I counted, I'm just like, how many 3-point shooters on both sides are y'all gonna leave open? Like, it's almost like kind of like circus defense. It's
I definitely agree with you, but I think we actually won the game because of that too. They were leaving Vassell open from 3, even though he was on fire.
Oh my goodness, bro! You want to talk about that? What did you see in Vassell, man?
Oh man, you could tell in his eyes. He even said that the coach Mitch told him to keep shooting. He said, "I don't care if anyone's on you or not. You are on fire, and you're going to keep shooting." And that's what he did.
Yeah. He went 5 for 7.
Threes, man.
Yeah.
I think he was 7 for 9 from 3, right, in that last game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 7 for 9. 7 for 9 from 3. And it was Keldon Johnson that told him to keep shooting. He's like, I don't care what you got going on or whatever. Just keep on being aggressive.
Yeah, and he was 2 points from his career high also, which I can't believe his career high is in the 30s. I can't believe he hasn't gotten 40 before.
Yeah, I think he's really, really capable of having more games like that.
Yeah. But you and I were in the same position previously where we weren't sure if how he would fit in, if the Spurs would be a lead or not without him.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like even though he definitely has his off games, it seems like he's proving us wrong in that regard.
Yeah. So while we're hitting on the head, I know I saved some suspense with it, but I told you that I came up with a nickname for Vassell.
Vaseline. I remember we called him that before. That was a good one, though.
So his nickname, I gave him the flamethrower.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a good nickname.
Yeah. So his little nickname, the flamethrower. But like I was telling him, he reminds me of J.R. Swish. You know, when he's hot, he's hot. When he's cold, he's cold. So you're gonna either get that from him.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. The thing, my only problem with that is the coaching. They don't recognize who's hot or who's not. Like,
True.
The other game, it was a few games ago, Champagne was cold as hell.
Mm-hmm.
He played 9 out of the 12 minutes in the fourth quarter. He made like 1 or 2 shots, and he hurt us so bad in that game. I can't remember who it was against, but that's a coaching issue in my opinion, because like Champagne's another player, he's either hot or he's not.
Yeah, I really have some problems with us playing that guy so much. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but I feel like he's only really has a niche in one category, which will be the 3-point shooting. And if he doesn't have that clicking, his game doesn't really have anything else to offer. I mean, he doesn't. I saw a stat that came out on him. He take 77% of his shots as 3-pointers. 77%.
That's how it should be, actually. He's a 3-point shooter.
But man, you can shoot some 2s a little bit.
Dude, I get nervous.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, don't drive. I'd rather you take a contested 3 than drive, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Yeah, like I don't know why they start him at small forward though, because he can't play defense. Like he is a much better scorer than a defender. So, I mean, with Wemby out, or if you just don't have Castle or whomever to kind of fill in that slot, you know, why not just move down Harrison Barnes a small forward and just put another big man there?
There you go.
You know, well, I mean, like I guess Olynyk, you need Olynyk off the bench, and if
I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess.
I think Olynyk would play better as a power forward next to Wemby as a center, because Olynyk, last season he shot the 3 really well.
Right.
Obviously, he's coming back from injury or something, so he's struggled a bit. But his passing and IQ is really great, and I think Wemby needs that help. And he expands the floor shooting. And once he makes the 3s, he'll expand the floor for Wemby and make it easier.
Yeah, I want to hit on that real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off, but one thing that I saw towards the tail end of Wemby's injury, like the past 3 or 4 games before he got injured, he was falling in love with that three ball again. He wasn't getting in the paint, and because that's how we started off hot. He was going into the paint, and I mean, there was nobody that could stop him. And then towards like whenever that, what was that? Was it that Houston game or that what game was that where he went off and he made that key three?
Chicago.
There you go. That Chicago game. After the Chicago game, he started rolling back to that 3-point line again. I'm like, dude, I get it. You had a hot game and you had 2 pivotal threes, but we need you to get back in the paint because that's where you're gonna, you're gonna start inside out. So I felt like after that game, he started, falling in love with the three ball again. So I hope when he comes back, he gets back in the paint and then comes back out to the three. What do y'all think?
I basically agree. Although I don't mind him taking threes, but once you miss 1 or 2 of them, you got to start being aggressive and getting in the paint. And I do agree with you. He wasn't doing that the last few games.
Yeah, true.
Wholeheartedly agree. Like I, said this before with you, Anthony. Like I want Wemby out there in the post more. And obviously he can make threes, but it's like he's getting a little bit too three comfortable. He's getting a little bit too comfortable shooting threes. It's like, hey, I made 2 threes. I'm gonna take even more threes, and it's like, you're 7'6". Like, get in the post, especially if you have like a tiny try to pick a tiny defender. Try to get a big man away from the basket and get someone tiny, so that way you can just like get through them. However you can. Maybe another thing that I just thought about this is that he's still having a hard time trying to like move around in the post because you've seen like we've all seen him, like he'll be in the post and as soon as he turns around the ball gets knocked out of his hands. So they're figuring out ways to play him and he needs to find a way to adapt to it. He needs to find a way. It's like, oh, you found a weakness, now I made that my strength. He needs to do that. And yeah, he's 21. He's still going to be the face of the league if, God forbid, something were to happen. But yeah, he needs to find a way to really get better and work on what he knows isn't working. And I think he knows what he needs to do. But I don't know, maybe it's just we're old heads and we're just like, 7'6" guy, he should be in the post more, not waiting around the 3-point line to shoot. But I don't know. That's just me.
In the paint.
Yeah, and he's always had that problem his rookie year. I've noticed he always keeps the ball low. It's like I don't know who you got to study, man, but it seems like Jokic doesn't have a problem with it. Giannis doesn't have a problem with it. They know how to keep possession of the ball, and he's a tall dude, so he's got to stop keeping the ball low. They're swiping, and that's a weakness. They're swiping down on him every time. So, yeah, he needs to work on that. Sometimes he gets a little dribble happy, and he'll turn the ball over, dribbling the ball up the court, trying to do a fancy move. He's a string bean. So he's lanky. He has long arms, so he can't keep the ball in possession in tight areas more so than smaller or shorter players. So that's one thing he has to work on is ball possession.
You remember what I told you about when he holds the ball up, it's probably like 9-10 feet in the air, like nobody's getting that. Or it's 11 feet in the air. Like if he just holds the ball straight up, who's getting that besides maybe John Morant? Probably nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't mind that when he gets turnovers though, especially if he's being aggressive and trying to get into the paint. Every team is different and attack him in different ways. You gotta adjust to the double teams and everything though. The best players do, and I think that's a big thing that he needs to learn to do this season.
Yeah, and Mitch has to do a little bit better job of running plays for him. I feel like
Mitch don't run plays.
I was just telling him that. I was telling him this Denver game, he was running a lot of plays. I don't know if you were seeing he was running a bunch of pin downs, screens and stuff like that. But this last Denver game, it looked like he was running plays. So hopefully, yeah, he is guilty of just coming down and just, fast pace. Let's get the ball up, shoot a three, But this last game, I saw he was running, some plays. So I'm gonna give him that. But yeah, he does have a track record of not running sets.
Yeah, that's fair. Man, I want to see the three guards, Castle, Harper, and Fox, and French Vanilla. That's what I want to see. That would be my starting lineup right there.
Oh, well, you heard it from Drew?
That'd be interesting though, is to have a small lineup. Which, I mean, every team is doing a small lineup, so just have like the three guards, kind of run the backcourt, and then just have. I mean, granted, I don't know how long Harrison Barnes is going to be on this team, but obviously Wemby and whoever at the power forward. But
yeah,
I mean, there's also the possibility of the Spurs getting another top draft pick. But then again, Atlanta's having a good season, which is pissing me off.
Yeah, without Trae Young, and they're winning without. Yeah, I was like, yeah. Man, OKC has a top draft pick also.
Mm-hmm. I think OKC has like 3 first-round picks.
They got the Clippers pick, and the Clippers are doing terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes me happy. Fuck Kawhi.
Mike Myers loves Kawhi.
But I don't like his uncle.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a big Kawhi fan. But I don't like his uncle at all. That's who a lot of people in San Antonio blame.
Mm-hmm. Uncle Dennis.
But he's getting karma for it, so.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
Yeah. We'll see what happens in that case, and if it just becomes a hand slap. But there's something there. It was embarrassing when Steve Ballmer got in front of ESPN and the media. He looked bad, man, trying to explain it away. It looked bad. So, but,
LeBron treatment. The LeBron GM treatment, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That trade, Paul George, was like one of the worst trades ever.
Man, and they had SGA in that trade. Oh, my goodness, bro. They had SGA.
Why help 3 teams get a championship if you think about it? If you include the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah. Yep. So, and if the sentence comes down like it's supposed to, the last time that happened, it was with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They got their draft picks taken away. The trade was undone, so everybody went back to their respective teams. So if we're gonna be following what David Stern was doing, but we know how Silva is. He plays softball.
Soft ass.
Punishment. Yeah, softball punishments. So I don't expect him to do all of that, but there needs to be some severity. I don't want to see no money. Oh, you get fined $5 million because that's not going to hurt Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer is one of the top 10 richest people in the world, so money ain't gonna help. Like, we need some sanctions and draft picks taken away and salaries hit in certain players and something to keep that organization back for a couple of years, because I'm not saying other teams aren't doing it, but you got caught. So something needs to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Soft ass Silver is what I call him. Yeah, that's why his name was David Stern, because he was stern. He didn't fucking play around.
That is true.
But soft ass Silver. That'll forever be his name to me.
How many times is he gonna change the All-Star format?
Like, we're gonna have team captains. We're gonna do a 3-point shootout where you shoot from this corner, and you make $500, and then if you hit in this, like, what the fuck? None of this makes any fucking sense.
Yeah.
They changed it. I think he changed it every year since he's taken over.
Oh my god! It's like we're gonna have a play-in tournament, so the other teams don't feel bad. we're gonna do an NBA Cup because blah 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 blah. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Let's have 2 NBA finals so the losers can win something. No,
I don't agree with most of what he does. Although I kind of actually like the play-in idea, because sometimes teams will make the play-in, and you got to beat another team to make it. So any team that's hot is probably gonna just roll through the play-in, and they conservatively make the playoffs. With injuries and everything, I think that's actually a good change. But everything else he's done, I've been basically against, especially the cup. The cup is so stupid.
It still doesn't make sense. Like so the winner just gets money. Like that's pretty much it.
And a trophy.
Yeah.
And a trophy that no one cares about.
Yeah, it's like the Lakers won it like they fucking won something. Like when they won it the first year, they're like, "Oh, we won a championship." It's like, yeah, that's all you're ever gonna have this season.
And we're gonna call it soon the LeBron James Trophy.
Jesus Christ!
Because he won it first. Yeah.
Can you imagine them trying to give that to Kobe? Kobe would be like, "Get this shit out of my face." Kobe. Yeah, Kobe would be like, "You see those in the rafters? Those are championship banners. Do you see an NBA Cup banner? No. Then fuck off."
Yeah. Well, before we wrap it up, any predictions on tonight's game versus the Timberwolves? I honestly think I'll start it off. We're not going to be able to stop Edwards.
No.
Edwards is going to have his way with us. I remember playing him last year. He torched us. I mean, unless we get Sohan on him and Carter Bryant to slow him down a little bit, I would like to see that matchup a lot more this game. I just, he's just going to have his way. So we don't have Castle, so we can't, we're going to have a hard time with him. So I can't call the prediction. I'm gonna say the Minnesota Timberwolves are gonna take this game. But I mean, I was wrong in the Denver prediction because I thought Denver was gonna win that game, but we ended up clawing away and getting that win. But I think it's gonna be a tough game for us. I'm gonna take the Timberwolves. I don't know what y'all think about that or y'all's predictions.
About the same. Like Edwards is going to be tough to stop.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do is maybe try to force him to drive in more and maybe take less jump shots. Gobert, is Gobert still the center?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be tough for Cornette too, because Cornette, as much as we love him, like Gobert is taller and a little bit more athletic, so it's going to be a tough game. Yeah. Fox needs to be hot. Vassell needs to be hot. Harper needs to really kind of step up tonight. So I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs lost.
Yeah, but then again, also, I don't mean to cut you off. They don't have anybody that can stop De'Aaron Fox. They're not going to be able to stop De'Aaron Fox. Their guard play, they have DeGenzo and they have Mike Conley. So they're going to have a hard struggle with Fox. If Fox, he's going to be able to have his way. Go ahead, Mike Myers.
So, also Randall. Julius Randall. You never know if he's going to play, if he's going to be good, if he's going to disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, so our bigs, Olynyk and Cornette, this is a game we're going to need them on the floor. Small ball lineup, we can, have fun with it at the beginning of the game, but when it starts coming down to the end, we're going to have to play those bigs because they have bigs. We have bigs to match them, so we're going to have to use that because Julian Randle, he will put you down in the post, if he's Sohan's guarding him, he'll put him in the torture chamber. So we need our this game.
Yeah, true. All right. I believe that's about it. But anyways, thank you guys. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Mike, for being on today. And
Yes, sir.
we'll be back next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, next Sunday. We'll just keep Sundays as our day. Um, but anyone listening on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. And this show will be up automatically. The audio version should be. I'll put it up on Spreaker and other audio platforms pretty soon. But for myself, and of course Anthony and Mike, thank y'all for listening. And we hope you enjoy the Spurs game coming up. So, gentlemen, any closing thoughts?
Go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go. All right. Take care, people.
You too.